Hey fellow gamers, Chatty Sisa here. Welcome to the next part of the guide or walkthrough on how to find all the data points and collectibles in Horizon Zero Dawn. We are going location by location so that you don't have to go back anymore to once already explored areas. And as you can see on the map here, we are going to review the portion 4A of the map together with the quest, the Grave Hoard. So we'll be going back and forth a little bit on the map, but nevertheless you will see a lot of the items that are necessary for you to have all the collectibles and all the data points on 100%. On this spot I wanted to highlight, if you like this guide and if you like this channel, please don't forget to hit that like button below, and also if you think that there is something that could be improved, don't hesitate to use the comment section, it would be really much appreciated. Have fun watching this next part. Good, so we're at the Grave Hoard, or basically almost on top of it. Above us is the way how to reach the Banuk lands. And let me check the inventory and show you what we are going to be looking for. So from the text data points which are related to quests, we will be looking for 4 text data points, which are the number 12, 13, 14 and 15. And then from the audio data points, we will be looking for a lot of them. They will start with data point number 12 and go all the way until data point number 27, which will be here. So all of this we will have to find. It's in total 16 audio data points. Now before we go in, prepare yourself because we will be encountering some enemies here in this one, mainly the Eclipse troops, but there are some machines as well, so be ready to fight them before you go in. Yeah, you can see already some of the audio data points from here, but we need to go down there and we need to fight the machines and the Eclipse troops here. Now once you have dealt with them, let's gather some of the data points which are currently here. There's quite a few, so let me walk you through the entire room.
Titan inbound, same play as Akron. Base defense locks it down. We engage, sever the limbs, blast out the fountains.
Another day in the life. Working time, we close. MIB on point. Hoorah!
A battle, frozen in ice and time.
This is one of the small collectibles which you can exchange for some additional perks in Meridian, so if you want to pick it up now is a good time.
Are you getting this, Silence? Silence?
Say again, Lieutenant.
It got through. Titan is through the defenses. Still an approach. Ah, crap. A live one. And he's pissed.
We We've got no mobility in here. It'll punch right through us.
We hold the hedge at all costs, then push back out.
Looks like quite an enduring victory we put our foot in today.
Contact in 30 seconds.
Hey, think that's enough time for Sobek to finish Zero Dawn?
If this is really it, I gotta say, it's been an honor to serve beside these tanks.
Here it comes.
Brace for contact!
Silence, you getting this?
What is it?
All these soldiers. They died here.
People die all the time. Now keep going and find something interesting.
So as you heard, there was a fight here. We are going to find a lot of these recordings, and also we are going to be in contact with Silence. Let me just check out the rest of the room if there is anything interesting, and then we will continue towards the marker for the quest. Okay, let's check the inventory now. And as you can see, we have the audio data points number 12. 13, 14 and 15, so there's quite a few still to go. You can use sliding down these ropes. Basically, there is nothing that you are missing, so there's no need to go back and have a look. Just continue towards the next step in the quest.
Log. Third Battle of California Marine. The swarm came in from the Pacific, and I don't know if it was the local Minutemen or the crazy 15th, but they'd set the garbage patch alight. Man, the sea was on fire. That stuff was... The first wave of bots came in covered in burning sludge. It bought us an hour or two of slaughtering them on the beaches before the swarm recalculated. We pulled them inland, back through the Kalmar sprawl. Dropped buildings on them, EMP'd the grid. Standard operating procedure. The last time I was in California, I was 5, 6? The light was like that vintage social net filter that was everywhere in the 40s. Log. First battle of the eastern seaboard wall. Had a long run up to it. This was before Kalmar, and projections were a lot worse for the east. For 3 weeks we kept getting scrambled out to some coastal burg to train Minutemen. It was always raining on account of Europe already being torched. Block after block of prefab barracks. They were still printing barracks right up until the hour the main force hit. The Minutemen? We ran combat drills with them in the streets where they'd lived, trying to pretend they might live to die somewhere else if they paid attention. Nothing worse than the ones who actually bought into it. Hopeful, pestering us with questions about Zero Dawn like we know something they don't. I swear, the more we do this, the more like the bots we are. Except they learn from every fight. And us? I'm not so sure.
Good, so let's check the inventory again. And we have the log numbers 17 and 18. We are missing still number 16, as you can see. And then the rest of the items. So let's proceed.
What's this place?
Recalls, I've been instructed to remind you of Article 115 of base policy regarding unauthorized use of processor cycles. specifically 115C. Any holographic simulation not directly related to operational training or efficiency. Consider yourself reminded, and enjoy your gaming.
Yeah, that enjoy your gaming was quite fun. So let me check the inventory again. And as you can see, we have now the missing 16th audio data point. So let's continue again.
Thanks for the mails, you. Time goes fast on active duty. 4 months with the wreck and recalls, I don't know, 20 drops. In and out of the West Coast, fighting with these civilian enlistees, scrappy guys and gals. Their training is basically, here's a DEW, when you see a bot, hit it. But somehow it's all coming together. Between us and the 6th MRB, we took down a horse at Lithium Beach. Pulled out before its buddies arrived, but to see a big one go down, I hope you made the news, honey. Showed everyone we're gonna have a shot at turning this around. We just need to give Project Zero Dawn the time it needs, that everything will be the way it used to be. I know it's been days, honey. I'm so sorry. Deployments are getting real long and tougher every time. The swarm's getting better at predicting us. Less of us now. And we have to put in 10 times the work for everyone gone. Like a family business on hard times, only this isn't my family. It's not with you. I still try to see you. The life we had in the eyes of the people out there. I remember when they were glad to see us. When they still had hope. It all seems to be slipping away. I don't even recognize the places we're defending. The only thing I know I'm still fighting for is you. For Zero Dawn to turn this around. Whatever the hell that is.
Alright, so we found additional 2 data points. So let me check the inventory again. And these were the number 19 and 20. So we still have a few to go.
The furnishings were little. How'd they have it comfortable? It was the middle world. Guess they were used to it.
Okay, now we have the first text data point.
Just one bed. Maybe the war chief's room.
Here's the second.
Red light. Guess that means no power. These wires must run to the power source. Whatever power this door should be close by. Useful information. A holographic interface. Must be some kind of code. Maybe I should try scanning objects in this area. Three power lines, 2 sources. That makes 1.
Hey, y'all wanted to know how I remember the geotherm system reboot? Goes like this. The bird flies north in summer, east in spring, west in fall, and south in winter. Didn't expect to hear nature poetry from the lips of Mike the GT Tech now, did you? As usual, I defy expectations.
The description gives you the idea of how to turn the locks to unlock the door. And if you're unsure, you can go to the inventory and have a look at the description there. So this is the Code Nexus reminder. It's the audio data point number 26. Don't forget to pick up the power cell, which is now straight ahead.
Another power cell. I only need one more to get to that ancient armor I found.
And ahead of you is a room full of enemies. That is the Eclipse, as well as some machines. So let me skip ahead and I will come back to the recording once I have cleaned out the area. Once you're up here, don't forget to look at all the rooms along the way. We need to proceed straight ahead, but there is a room on the right side that has additional data points, so let's go there now.
Thanks for the mails, you. Time goes fast on active duty. 4 months with the wreck and recalls, fighting with these civilian enlistees, scrappy guys and gals. That's all coming together. Between us and the 6th MRB, we took down a horse. I hope you made the news, honey. Showed everyone we're turning this around. We just need to give Project Zero Dawn the time it needs. I know it's been days, honey. I'm so sorry. Deployments are getting real long. We have to put into work for everyone. Like a family business. I still see you in the eyes of the people out there. They were glad to see us. They still had hope. I'm still fighting for you.
Status report. 9th Mechanized Response Brigade, Commanding Officer Lieutenant Fiona Morrell. Unit morale continues to be adversely impacted by outbound engagements against the Pharaoh Plague, especially when said engagements occur in sectors where civilian guard enlistees have been heavily engaged. The scope and nature of fatalities suffered by civilian guard and unarmed civilians in these sectors defy description. And witnessing it is generating a pervasive sense of hopelessness in the unit. Accordingly, I once again request that deployments of the 9th MRB be temporarily refocused on facilities that are mission critical to Project Zero Dawn. And once again, I request an immediate update on the status of Project Zero Dawn's timeline.
Ames, I don't even know if you're alive anymore. The mails I get from you, they say they're from you, but they don't sound... They sound recycled. Phrases put together, and you don't say anything about the news I pass on. The containment zone, the rebreathers, the rioting, One Earth. What happened in the Dallas bubble, Ames, that wasn't the robots. They won't even give me a straight answer when I demand to know if you're still alive. They just say if your messages keep coming, then you're still operational. It's not fair, Ames. It's not fair that you won't be with me when the lights go out. I love you.
That's so sad.
Ames, I know I mail you too much. I'm just proud of what you're doing. Everyone back home is. We got moved inland 10 kilometers, just as a precaution, they say. School's still in session, so I get to keep my eye on Andres and Reggie. We never know where or when you're fighting, but when the VTOLs go over, all the kids run out and wave. I believe in you. I know nothing's ever gonna be the same, but I believe in you. I believe in us.
Good, let's check the inventory again. And as you can see, we have the data points number 21, 22, 23, 24 and 25. So there's only one more missing, and that's the audio data point number 27 from this mission. In terms of text data points, there are still 2 that are missing, and that is the data point number 14 and 15. The next data point is above Aloy's head, now visible, and we have to gather that one. But first, let's activate the console, which is straight ahead.
What is this?
That? It's a map.
A map of what?
Our world. The planet Earth, Aloy. It's not flat like you thought.
Why would I think that? During eclipses, the shadow cast on the moon is curved. So our world is a globe. And it looks like this, from a distance.
We'll discuss this another time. Back to the matter at hand.
The Faro robots were spreading across the world, eating everything up. Somehow, Elizabeth stopped them before it was too late. But how?
So here we have the text data point number 14 now. And let's continue. Once you're at the end of this corridor, there will be a passage where you have to fight against some Eclipse troops and machines. So let me skip ahead in the recording again when we have cleared out the next area and continue from there. Yeah, once you have dealt with the Deathbringer, and we'll have to proceed towards the door on the side here, collect whatever you can here in the area.
I can't stay awake.
Once you come across this command center, there is one data point on your right side, so pick that one up, and then we can continue towards the marker. So that's the last text data point here from this quest. And as you come to this room, there is again a console straight ahead. But there is also one more data point now above Aloy's head, so don't forget to pick that one up as well.
Thank you, Dr. Sobek. You can take a seat.
What? You're going to thank her after what she just said?
Dr. Sobek has made the situation very clear, General, and given us an option. We should all be thanking her.
Oh, it's just... I mean, my God.
Maybe take this discussion offline.
There's not going to be any discussion. You saw the numbers. Now, Pharaoh, he'll foot the bill, but his money can't buy the time necessary to complete Zero Dawn. That can only be paid for in blood.
Oh, come on. If we upgrade our fleet, crack the code somehow...
Were you not listening? Robots can't do the fighting for you this time. When it comes to hacking, this rogue swarm is an apex predator. Anything automated you throw at it, they will hijack and take over.
But this... we'd be throwing civilians into a meat grinder.
Commanders, the enemy we're facing self-replicates faster than we can kill it. And it eats biomass as fuel. Zero Dawn is all we've got.
So we put a railgun in the hand of every civilian strong enough to carry one, show them where the trigger is, and point them to the front? How the hell do we sell that?
By giving them something to fight for. Zero Dawn. The top-secret super-weapons program that will save us. So long as humanity holds off the swarm long enough for Dr. Sobek and her team to finish it. The file I'm sending contains the war plan for Operation Enduring Victory.
War plan? This is a war crime.
It may be ugly, but it's something. Consider the alternative. Dr. Sobek, I've secured use of a decommissioned orbital launch base outside Bryce, Utah as the Zero Dawn staging area. Plenty of space there. When can you get started?
I've already mailed you a list of alpha and beta candidates. Most are foreign nationals or subjects of corporate holdings, so extracting them...
Leave that to me. You'll get your dream team. Count on it.
Then I'll be off. Orbital launch base. What is that? What did these people do? What did Elizabeth do?
Dr. Sobek, as projected, the Wichita salient has collapsed. 5 Horus-class Titans have broken through. We predict contact in 34 hours.
Everything is in position, General. It took a few shortcuts to pull everything together, but Zero Dawn is functionally complete. Good to go.
That enduring victory served its purpose after all.
Yes, if we'd had even one day less.
I've sent you an encoded file, Doctor. Please do me the favor of archiving it.
I'll see what I can do. What is it?
A brief statement. An allocution of crimes, I guess you'd call it.
To what are you admitting guilt?
Over the past 16 months, Doctor, I have presided over the greatest wholesale slaughter of military personnel and civilians in the history of... history. Genghis Khan, Hitler, Stalin, Sorabella. Add them all together. They don't even come close.
You didn't do the killing, General.
No, not directly. But I didn't wind up the highest-ranked military commander in the United States by resisting the automation of the armed forces. Even before the swarm, Doctor, I was helping death along. So, instead of letting what I've done sink into the murk, forgotten, I've set a file with all the details. Let posterity judge my actions with clear vision.
I'll do as you ask, General. But you should consider that were it not for your actions, our actions, there wouldn't be any posterity to judge us.
Perhaps. Dr. Sobek.
At ease, General. And goodbye.
Hell of a thing.
Good, let's check the inventory. And as you can see, we have now the last missing data point, the audio data point from here, number 27. And we also have gathered all the text data points. So we are done in terms of this mission or this quest, and we can return to the surface. do have two options now how to go down from the spot where we currently are. You can either slide down or you can just simply fast travel to a specific campfire. But if you would fast travel to a campfire, you would miss a hell of a ride, so I would definitely suggest you to slide down here.
Now, how am I gonna get down from here? Oh, this should be quite the ride. I'd do that again, if it weren't so much work to get back up there.
Alright, so that's where we currently are. Good, let me switch to the smaller map. And as you can see, we have still the glyph number 1 and 6, which we need to pick up in Meridian. We need to gain access to the palace, and that's what we are going to do now, because we have also finished the first part of Aaron's story, and now we can meet him there and talk to the Karja King. So let's go there and pick up those two glyphs. Let's fast travel to Meridian. It doesn't matter which campfire you will be picking up, whether it's the one in front of Meridian or the one in Meridian. It's approximately the same distance to the palace, so let's just pick one of them and go there.
Aloy of the Nora, she who sees the unseen. Welcome. It would seem you have done me a great service.
Okay, once you're done talking to Avad, you can see that the data point that we are looking for, one of them, is right next to him. And it's the glyph number 6. Good, there's number 1 still left, so let's go for that one. And it's straight ahead above Aloy's head, as you can see. Good, let's have a look at what the glyphs are still missing. So we are still missing glyph number 2, number 3, number 14, 17 and 18. Now if we switch back to the small map, we can see that number 3 and 14 are in the lower portion of the map, in the fourth portion. The same goes for number 17, which is at the very south. And then we have glyph number 18 in the fifth portion of the map, which is the Shadow Karja territory. And while we are here in Meridian, let's not forget we have still the glyph number 2, which you can get only if you finish that one quest which is related to the hunting lodge. So as long as you're here, don't forget to drop by the hunting lodge and continue in that quest so that we can gather glyph number 2 and the end of it as well. Now if you look at the southern area and the eastern area from Meridian, where we currently are, this is the fourth portion of the map, and as you can see we have there actually 2 cauldrons. So there is one at the border to the Nora and one at the very south, and there are actually 2 Tallnecks. One is very close to the area which we have already discovered, which is the road to Meridian, and one is again at the very south. So let me split the map here as well into 2 portions. Let's do the eastern part of the fourth part of the map, And let me go to the first cauldron and then to the first Tallneck here. And from there we will proceed towards the south and gather all the data points, the metal flowers and the vantage points along the way. The easiest way how to get to the first cauldron is actually to go back to the Karja-Nora border and to the campfire here at the Day Tower and start from there and just go down towards the cauldron. Alright, so we're back at Day Tower on the Karja and Nora border, and let's now continue towards the first cauldron, which is in the fourth part of the map. When you come to this spot beneath the tower, if you would continue towards the right side, you will be going on the main road and continue on the main road towards Meridian. If you would take the road which is straight ahead of you, you would end up going towards the next hunting grounds. But you can actually go down from this road towards the left side, and that's the quickest way how to arrive at the cauldron. So let me show you how to get there. If you look at the map, this is where we currently are, and we are going towards the cauldron here. Once we finish the cauldron, there are additional 2 data points on our way towards the next Tallneck, so I'm going to show you those then on the map. When you continue on the road, you will come to a fork. There's a campfire. I suggest to save your game here. If you would continue down the road you can see towards Meridian, you would actually get to the Tallneck, and if you turn around and continue towards this side, towards your left, you actually come to the entrance of the cauldron. Good, so we're at the cauldron. Let me switch back then to the recording when we are done and almost at the end, when we will override the cauldron score and gather the next data point. So we're at the cauldron score. We are going to override it now and get some additional data point.
That's it. More machines I can override.
Alright, let's have a look at the inventory. And as you can see, we have a text data point from the machines. It's the number 7. And once we get out of the cauldron, let me show you additional data points that we can gather. Alright, once you leave the cauldron and you continue back towards the campfire that we have seen, you should definitely save your game over there. And then let me switch to the smaller map and show you where we can find the next data points. Good, let's switch to the map. We will continue downhill towards the next campfire, which I am currently showing on the map, and then towards the Tallneck. And on the way we can actually gather 2 data points. One is very close to the next campfire, so let me show you how to gather that one, and then we'll proceed downhill. Now that we're at the campfire, if you look towards the right side, there is some debris there, and between that debris there is the next data point. And it's from this side. And it's the data point number 32. Now, if we switch towards the smaller map, you can see that we can also gather data point number 33 before we reach the Tallneck. So let's go for that data point number 33 first. And that data point should be somewhere here.
I must be closing in on the signal.
You can see the Tallneck already from the road, but continue towards the lake and the stream that flows out of the lake, and that's where you find the next data point. So this is the small river that's flowing out of the small lake where the Tallneck is. And if you look now to the other side, above Aloy's head, it's barely visible, but there's the next data point. So let me cross the river and go for that one. And there it is.
Shake it out later.
And it's number 33. Good, so if you look at the map, we are now very close to the Tallneck. We can climb the Tallneck and uncover the map. But there is also not so far away a metal flower. So let's go for that metal flower at the same time, and we will be able to do both things at the same time. If you continue on the road, you will come across the metal flower, which is right next to the road. And you have two options to climb the Tallneck, either on the right side, yes, where you see the snap maw, or here on the left side. It actually really doesn't matter which one you choose. I prefer the right side, so let me go over there, and let me also get rid of the snap maws first. This is the spot where we have seen the snap maw standing previously. As you can see, there is also the bandit camp ahead of us, which we have already cleaned out in the meantime. So all you have to do is just basically stand here and wait for the Tallneck to come to your spot. Okay, let's have a look at the inventory. And we have the text data point number 3 from the machines. Good, let's have a look at the map again. So now we can see a large portion uncovered. There are some metal flowers. There is also the quest which is related to Olin. In case you let him live, he will ask you to help his family, so you can do this quest, for example, when you are already here. But what I'm going to do definitely is going to proceed towards this side, and I'm going to gather the metal flower here and also the metal flower here. And once we have uncovered this portion of the map, let me switch to the smaller one and I will show you where are the next data points. So not so far away from the second flower, there is data point number 39, and from there we can proceed towards number 26, 27 and 36. So let's go for the first metal flower, and we just continue on the road that is highlighted. If you continue on the main road, you will see that the metal flower is on top of one of these hills, but careful, there are glinthawks in the area as well. And here's the metal flower. And it's one from the third set. Good, so this is where we are. We will go downhill again towards the next metal flower. And there are two data points, data point number 26 and 39. And as you can see, there's many tramplers in the area. Let's try to avoid them. We'll have to get the first data point somewhere above Aloy's head in that direction. So let me try to get down here from this hill in this area and then just continue towards the river which is flowing down there. You can also see it from here. There's a snapmaw now next to the river above Aloy's head, so this is somewhere the area where we need to go to. So let me try to get down there and then let's try to find the next data point. Alright, we have crossed the river. And as you can see, there are a few watchers in the area. So behind us is the crossing. The data point is... yeah, there's the watcher. The data point is actually visible already from here. It's on top of the small rock over there and it's above Aloy's head now. So let's try to get there. Alright, so we've got rid of the watchers. And here on top of the rock is the next data point. So this one is the number 39. This is where we currently are on the map. As you can see, we are between two sides, the Snapmaw side and another Strider side. And there is also a campfire not so far away from us. But let's proceed towards the metal flower now. And the next data point is not far away from there as well. If you continue on the road, as you could see, we basically stumble upon the next metal flower. Which is also from the third set. This is where we currently are on the map. As you can see, there is also a merchant here towards our right side. But if we continue along the road, we will basically come across the next data point, which should be data point number 26, as you can see on the small map. The data point is not visible from the road. So as you can see, we are currently crossing the river again. Go into the river. And it's hiding here behind this rock. And it's the data point number 26. So at this point I would suggest to turn again back north and go for the data points number 27 and 36, which are east of Meridian, very close to the city. And this way we will clean out the whole eastern side of the fourth part of the map. So let's try to find data point number 27, which should be somewhere here. Good, this is where we currently are. Yeah, we have to follow the road somewhere here, and on the other side of the river there's the next data point. So as you can see, we are going towards Meridian village, but we'll have to cross the river to go to the other side. And as you can see, we have found already the data point. It's above Aloy's head. It's hidden between the palm trees and the rocks, so it's not so easy to be found. But if you follow this river from Meridian village or from that side where we have currently been, you will come across it quite easily. So this is where we actually are on the map. And it's the data point number 27. Good, let's switch to the smaller map again. And as you can see, we still need to find the data point number 36. So we have to continue towards the northern side. We'll have to cross the river again.
What is Cauldron want to money?
You can save your game here at the campfire if you like. So once you've saved your game, we have to go towards the right side. Let me show you on the map what we can see. So there's the snap moss. But behind the snap moss there are actually two additional lakes, one here and one here. And there are several rock formations which are in the area, and the data point is in one of them or on top of one of them, and it should be somewhere here where the marker is. So we have to be careful because there are not snap moss just here at the first lake, but also where the marker is. When you continue on the road, you will see a small bridge, a wooden bridge, across the lakes. One is right in front of Aloy, the other one is on the right side. And if you look now above Aloy's head, there's the rock formation that we are looking for. The data point is on top of it. So as you can see, here is the data point. And it's number 36. And this is where we currently are on the map. So as you can see, we are next to the lake, one of the lakes here. The next metal flower is not so far away, so let's go for that next metal flower. It's easy to reach from the point where we have just been. As you can see, there is a road which is leading up. Careful, there will be glinthawks in the area. Once you reach the top, as you can see, there is a way how to cross towards the other side, and there is the metal flower already visible. And again, it's one from the third set. And this is where we currently are. So as you can see, there are no metal flowers or anything of interest here on the map at this point. Let me switch to the smaller map, which is showing us the data points. And there are no data points here on this side anymore. Let me go back to the big map. So what we can do in the next part of this guide, we will go towards the southern portion of the map and we will gather the metal flowers that you can see. We will also override the next Tallneck and uncover the remaining portion of the map here, and then we'll also visit the next Cauldron. So let me go to Meridian for now and save the game, and then we'll continue from Meridian again towards the southern side. Good, so that was it for this portion. We could see that we have uncovered quite a lot of the fourth portion of the map. We will continue in the next part to the southern portion and the southern areas. There's a lot to be discovered. There's a Tallneck, a Cauldron, and a lot of other collectibles as well. So I hope that you are going to watch the next part as well, which will be linked also here in the upper corner for you. And in case you do like this channel and you like what I'm doing here, please also don't forget to hit that subscribe button below. It would be really much appreciated. Thank you very much. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned and game on.